Just last week, I reported about how Tim Kuniskis was talking to Motor One at the Detroit Auto Show, saying how he wanted a mid-sized Ram so bad. And this week, the COO of Stellantis put out a memo that got picked up by Automotive News that Ram will be building a new mid-sized truck at the currently dead factory in Belvidere, Illinois. And Stellantis confirmed to Motor One in a response that they are indeed building a new mid-sized Ram, but they didn't say anything more than that. Now, previously, the UAW said that production will begin in 2027 for that truck. We will see if that is still the plan or not. Obviously, it can't come soon enough. And yeah, but it's so funny. Literally last week, Tim's talking about it, and this week they're like, yeah, we're doing that. I don't know if that was in response to his comments or, what, but great to see that a mid-size Ram is finally confirmed and is actually coming here in just a couple of years, and so that's great. And some other Ram news here. Mopar Insiders got a leaked company memo from reliable sources that claims that the long-range version of the all-electric Ram 1500 REV has been put on hold indefinitely, with Ram telling suppliers to quit working on that larger battery version that was supposed to do 500 miles of range. But unlike what all the other clickbait news sources and YouTube videos are suggesting, the Ram REV is not dead altogether. Just the long-range battery version. They were going to have this like big double-stack battery to do in a massive amount of range and beat everyone else. And that's what they were working on. It's basically their equivalent of the double-stack battery that GM has for the Hummer and for the Silverado EV. That is the component that they're not working on anymore. There will still be a Ram REV that they claim will have about 350 miles of range. That is still happening. So I know everyone wanted to jump on the bandwagon and say, aha, they're canceling an electric vehicle, because that's very in vogue to publish these days, but that's not the case. They're still doing an electric one. It's coming in 2026. They did push it back because they wanted to prioritize Ram Charger. That came out, several weeks ago, but it is still happening. So at least for now, maybe they will cancel it eventually. I don't know. But for now, that is still, in the cards. And I think it makes sense to still have an electric one. You just don't need the 500-mile range one. I think this makes a ton of sense considering Ram Charger, which I'm expecting to already be a pretty big hit. But, with Ram Charger, that's going to be the one for anyone who's worried about range and has that range anxiety, because that's going to be a killer with the range. Because that one, combines the Pentastar V6 with a pretty nice size battery pack as well. And that can do a whopping 690 miles of range. Yes, that is partially gas-powered range. But for anyone who wants the electrified experience, I think they said it's about 130 miles of electric range in that Ram Charger on its own. But then, for the times when you need to drive cross country or you need to, tow, some gigantic thing, long distances, that's going to be the Ram Charger. And even a 500-mile battery Ram would still fall short of that. So it makes sense that, why shoot for high range in the electric one when, one, most people will never actually use it or need it, and two, you have that niche already covered with the Ram Charger. So honestly, I remember a long time ago they announced the two different size battery packs, but with Ram Charger, it really makes no sense, at least not for now. And I think it makes sense, too, for them to cancel the long range REV for the time being too, because by 2026 I think the battery landscape will be a lot different. I think that they're saying how battery costs will be coming down, and also the chemistries will continue to improve over the next few years here, and so they might be able to squeeze the same amount of space that they're using currently for the regular REV. They might be able to squeeze more range out of that and make this whole extra more complicated battery pack not even necessary in a couple of years anyway. So I think it makes 100% sense, and no mystery there in my opinion. But I think, I'm happy to see that Ram is playing this correctly. It sounds like they're on the right track. Ram Charger, I think, again, it's going to be huge. Like Tim said last week, they're, probably going to take a little bit of time to get the V8 back, but I'm sure that will probably come. That has not been confirmed, but seems fairly likely we will see that come back, at least for the duration of the next 4 years here, until possibly more, emissions regulations come back in sometime, in the end of the 2020s. We'll have to see about all that. But anyway, very good to see that Ram's playing that smartly.